Morning everyone, I thought I'd do multiplication with you this week. I've split this into 4 lessons, so you can do one each day, and I'll probably put another one on for the 5th day for Friday. But I thought we'd do multiplication this week. If you look at our website, you'll see that I put some worksheets up and some questions. But let's just start with a quick warm-up, shall we? So, 6 times 6, I'll give you some thinking time. 36. 60 times 6. That should be relatively quick for you guys. 360. Let's just do one more. You'll notice it's 10 times bigger. So let's do 7 times 5. And let's do 70 times 5. Oh, if you look, this is 10 times bigger. It was 350. Okay, right, let's give you some practice ones to do, since it's your warm-up, not mine. 30 times 4. 50 times 6. 70 times 3. 80 times 2. I'll give you 20 seconds. Well done if you got 120, 300, 210, and 160. Let's do one more round of those. 50 times 6, 60 times 4, 70 times 3, 80 times 3. And I'll give you 15 seconds this time. Well done if you got 300, 240, 210, and 240. Okay. Right, and as I promised, today we're just doing multiplication, we're just doing long multiplication. So when we left, we were doing lots of questions like this. 214 times 3. Now, I'm going to show you the long way to start with, and then I'm going to show you the shortened version. So 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 1, it's not 1 though, it's 3 times 10, that's right, 30. And 3 times 2 is not 2, it's 100, so 3 times 200 is 600. Now if we add it all up together, 2, 4, and 6, 642. I'll let you have a quick practice at that one. This should be very familiar to you, but some of you will already be doing it the shortened way, which is what we're going to come on to in a second. Three times 5 is 15. 3 times 10 is 30. 3 times 300 is 900. And yeah, we've got 945. Okay, now today what we're looking at is today, as I said, we're going to carry on with our long multiplication. Now you notice I've only drawn one line here, so 7 times 4 is 28. Now remember, you should be checking your ones because we know what 7 times 4 is. We then get into our next one. 7 times 10 is 70. We just say 7 times 1 for the sake of it. And then the next one, 7 times 3, we know it's 300, is obviously 21. So I've got 1 there, and I carry my 2 over. There's nothing there, so we've got it. Oh, and we want to just double check, because it's always worth estimating. 314 to the nearest 100 is 300. 7 times 300 equals 2,100. Nice way to check. Anyway, so let's do another one. So let's do 423 times 5, and I'll give you some thinking time because I quite like you to do this on the way. So 5 times 3 is 15. Remember, carry your 1. 5 times 2 is 10 plus the 1, 11. Carry the 1 over. 5 times 4 is 20 plus the 1, 21. Nothing there. Nice and easy. Let's just double check. 423. The nearest 100 is 400. 400 times 5 is equal to 2,000. My answer is pretty close to that. And I'll just double check my ones. 5 times 3 is 15. Does my answer end in a 5? Yes, it does. Let's do another one. 6, 3, 4 times 8. 8 times 4, what is 8 times 4? It's 32. Carry my 3. 8 times 3. It's 30 actually, isn't it? 8 times 30. 8 times 3 is 24. Plus the 3 is 27. 8 times 6 is 48. Plus 2 is 50. And if you're checking, 600 times 8 equals 4,800. Well, my answer is relatively close to that. 8 times 4 is 32. And if you're wondering where I got the 600 from, 634 rounded to the nearest 100 is 600. But don't worry too much. Okay, what I would suggest you do is just pause, and and then have a go at the questions, and then press play when you've done them, and I'm going to go through the answers now. So 6 times 5 is 30, carry the 3. 6 times 2 is 12, add the 3 is 15, carry the 1. 6 times 3 is 18, plus the 1, 90, 1,950. 4 times 7 is 28, carry the 2. 4 times 2 is 8, plus the 2 is 10, carry the 1. 4 times 4 is 16, carry plus the 1 is 17. 4 times 5 is 20, carry the 2. 4 times 3 is 12, 14, so 12 plus 2 is 14, carry the 1. 4 times 5 is 20, plus the 1, 2,140. 5 times 6 is 30. Please email me if you'd like a slower version of this. 5 times 2 is 10, plus the 3 is 13. 5 times 7 is 35, plus the 1 is 36. 3,630. Let's just do a 1 check on this. 6 times 5 is 30. And yeah, nice and simple there. Now, I've got some challenges for those of you who would like to have a go at the challenges now. If you'd like to do more of these questions, feel free to practice them. You can either go into iExcel or you can just create your own. They're dead easy to create. It's quite good fun creating your own. But I've got 3 challenges for you to try and solve. And you'll know when you've got the answers because it will work. So 123 times question mark equals 492. Have a go at trying to find the question mark. Question mark, question mark, question mark times 4 is equal to 1,248. And question mark, question mark, question mark times question mark is equal to 1,263. Now please do pause and don't cheat, because all of you can find the answer. Give yourself a chance to find the answers. And what you should have ended up with is you should have ended up with this. Well done if you solved it. Anyway, that's the end of today's lesson. Make sure you do lots of practice of your long multiplication, and we'll move on. Anyway, so moving on to tomorrow, or Tuesday, or if you're looking at this, day 2. So let's do a quick warm-up. 6 times 30, this should all be in your heads now. We'll move on from this one for a minute. Okay, fire away. You should have got 360, 180, 280, 240. Let's do another round of those, because I know they're important to do. Remember, if this is going too fast for you, always pause it or hit on the settings. You can slow it down to your own pace. So 200, 5 times 4 is 20, it's 10 times bigger. 200, 3 times 70, 210. 2 times 80 is 160. 3 times 40 is 120. Okay, so let's make it more interesting, shall we? So 5 times something equals 150. 6 times something equals 180. 7 times something equals 280. 8 times something equals 720. I'll give you some thinking time. Okay, well, if you've got 30, 60, 40, and 90. Okay, let's move on. So, today I thought we'd do a bit more practice of our long multiplication, and it's quite a nice easy game we're going to do today. So, but I thought we'd just practice one to start with. So, 315 times 4. Okay, so have a go at practicing that on your own. Four times 5 is 20. Carry the 2. 4 times 1 is 4. Plus the 2 is 6. 4 times 3 is 12. 2, carry the 1, 1,260. Nicely done, guys. Just do one more for confidence, shall we? 513 times 4. And I'm going to make some. So 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 1 is 4, plus the 1 is 5. 4 times 500 is 2,000, but we're saying 4 times 5 is 20. 0, carry the 2. Well done. Okay, so let's do the next one. So we've got 2015. Now, so 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 1 is 4, plus the 1 is 5. 4 times 500 is 2,000, but we're saying 4 times 5 is 20. 0, carry the 2. Well done. Okay, so let's do the next one. So we've got 2015. Now the game today is a nice simple one. You'll need some number cards. Nice, easy to make number cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it's a nice two-player game, but you can play it on your own. And all you do is you rip the cards up. Let's put them down in front of you. Now, hopefully you won't be able to see through your cards like I have, and all you do is you set yourself up with a multiplication square. So, I'm going to go, and the nice thing is you can play 2-player on this and see who can make the largest number. So I'm going to go first. 3. I'm going to put 3. I'll put it in my ones because 3 isn't a very high value. Now, if you're obviously playing against someone else, they could pick another one up, and they could pick up a 9, and they go, oh, I quite like the 9 to go in my multiplier because it's a large number. Oh, I've got 4. Still not very large. I'm going to put mine in tens. I'm versing myself here, which is quite difficult. 7 is quite large, so I'm going to put it in the hundreds there. I picked up a 6. I'll put my 6 there. Now, for some of you, you'll realise already that I can't win. And I would like you to think about why I can't win. Why this person over here has 1 and they don't need to take any more moves. Think about what digits are left. So you may have noticed that the only digits that are left now really that are substantial is 8. 8 times 600 is 4,800. Whereas 9 times 7 is 6,300. So clearly this side is going to be the side that fills up the highest number. Now, it's quite a nice game to play at home. You can also play the nasty version, which is you get to choose to put 1. You can choose, if you get a really low number, you can put it on your partner's side, and you can make it into a nice competition. Anyway, nice short lesson from me there today. Have fun with the game, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, morning everyone, or well, slightly later on in the video, depending when you're watching this. I thought I'd split this into 3 or 4 sections, so you've got a little video you can watch each day, and progression maths. It's up to you whether you wanted to do it all at once, so you may have all skipped this part. You may have done the game, you might have done the challenge questions, but I thought we'd just start off again with a nice warm-up. Well done if you've got 280, 300, 240, 450. Okay, well done if you got those. And this time I'm going to make it harder for you guys. Have a look at our square numbers. Well done if you got 6 times 60, 7 times 70, 5 times 50, 8 times 80. There's our square number. Remember, a square number is just something that multiplies by itself. So 8 times 8 is a square number, 64. And you can, if you want to, you can write it up there with an indice of square, which means 8 squared, which is the same as saying 8 times 8, which equals 64. But that's not a big deal today. Right, let's just do a quick recap. 473 times 5. Have a go at this one. And remember, I should see some of you trying to check your answers with ones and hundreds check. So 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 7 is 35, plus the 1 is 36. 5 times 4 is 20, plus the 3 is 23. 2,365. So I thought for our last lesson on this, I thought I'd give you a few different types of questions. And I will be uploading some word problems as well onto the school website. So let's have a look at this problem here. So I'm going to put a question mark at the top. I'm going to put a nice bar here. And I'm going to divide it into 4 sections. I'm going to put 134 in each section. I want to work out what my question mark could be. And if you're really pushing yourself with this, you could be thinking about what word question could go with this. So for instance, I could have four jars of 134 pennies. How many pennies do I have altogether? See if you can create your own question and send it to me. I'd really like to see it. So some of you will have spotted array 134 times 4 to work out the question mark. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 3 is 12 plus the 1 is 13. 4 times 1 is 4 plus the 1 is 5. 536. Let's just do another one of those because these are quite good and they come up quite a lot now. So let's do 228. Oh, I'm giving it away here. And times something. And I'm going to draw the bar to help you. Be nice to you there. So I need to work out what my missing number is up there. Okay, so 228. How many lots have we got? 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's dead easy, isn't it? 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 2 is 6, plus the 2 is 8. 3 times 2 is that, so that's obviously 684. And if you've not seen bars, the idea is the bottom, whatever's at the bottom adds up or multiplies to whatever's at the top. They're quite nice and they're quite good fun to challenge you, as you'll see in a second. So I'm going to give you one to have a go on your own. So I'm going to put my question mark there, and I'll put 147, 147, and 147. Have a go at that one. Now ideally they should be evenly spread, so you have to use your imagination there. And you should have got 147 times 3. 3 times 7 is 21. Carry that 2. 3 times 4 is 12. Plus the 2 is 14. 3 times 1 is 3. Plus the 1 is 4. Okay, nicely done. I'm going to give you one more of those, and then I'll give you a challenge question. So 2, 4, 8, 2, 4, 8, 2, 4, 8, 2, 4, 8, 2, 4, 8. Okay, off we go. So, this one I am planning on catching you out with. So, I want to find my question mark. 132, 132, 132, 132, 300, 243. Okay. Remember, try and think of a word problem to this as well if you want to push yourself. For instance, I would have X amount number of lots of 132 pennies, or plus, or to subtract if I've given it away there. So finally, so you should have known, so 132 times 1, 2, 3, 4 is 8. 4 times 30 is 4 times 3 is 12. Carry the 1. 4 times 4 is 4 plus 1 is 5. But that's not the answer. You may have noticed I've got that there. So 528 plus 243. 8 plus 3 is 1. 4 plus 2 is 6 is 7. 2 plus 5 is 7. So 771 was the answer. I'll do one more of those because I know that some of you would really enjoy these, so it's always worth doing one more. And so question mark up here. 184, 184, 184, 127. Have a go. So you should have got 184 times 3. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 8 is 24 plus 1 is 25. 3 times 1 is 3 plus the 2 is 5. Let's just double check that. 3 times 4 is 12, carry the 1. 3 times 8 is 24 plus the 1 is 25. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2 is 5. Remember, we now need to add our 127. Using column addition. 2 add 7 is 9. 5 add 2 is 7. 5 add 1 is 6. And now I'm going to leave you a problem for the day. Now, you can only use the digits 1 to 9 once, so it helps if you write all the digits up. I apologise, 0 to 9. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. And I'm going to write times here, 3 here. And you'll notice you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And underneath 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And simply all you've got to do is replace the question marks with the numbers. It is a slightly findish problem, and it'll keep you busy for a while. Remember, you can only use each digit once. Anyway, I hope you're having a lovely week, and I hope this has been helpful. Bye for now.